What is up, my friends, and you are very welcome along to this one-off video here on Anfield Agenda, where, to try to help with the boredom during the international break, I have put up a series of videos, and today's one is going to be me going through what was the top 11 in the Premier League when I wrote down the players for this video. I'm going to go through each of those 11 clubs, make up a team of 11 players with just one player from every club, and the only caveat is they have to be roughly in the position that they naturally play. It sounds easy, but it's a little bit more difficult. Well, I certainly found it more difficult than I initially thought to go through. So do let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Would love to know your own 11 if you want to put them in there as well. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. And of course, I always appreciate your support. Also, want to just give you guys a heads up. We are coming towards our final ever stage show coming up really soon, 19th of October. We are going to be at the Hot Water Comedy Club in Liverpool. It is the night of the Manchester United game, first game back after this international break. The remaining tickets, and there are only about 35 or 40 left, if you want to get them at the time of recording, scan the QR code there on the screen. All the money that we get for ticket sales from our side, we're going to be donating to the GoFundMe for Joe's wheelchair basketball chair. Right. Let's get stuck into this one, folks, and start off with the goalkeeper and the centre-backs. Now, you will see each team grey off here on the left-hand side as I choose their player. You'll see what I mean now in a moment. So let's start off with the goalkeeper and the centre-backs. Well, as you can see here, I've gone straight in for an Arsenal player early doors and gone for David Raya in goal. Anderson is my Fulham representative at centre-back, and my other centre-back is Mickey van de Ven. So that's the Arsenal player gone, the Fulham player gone, and the Spurs player gone. You're right. It looks easy, but do have a go at this yourselves and let me know what you think. It was a tough one to get rid of the Arsenal player early doors because I'm thinking, which Liverpool player am I going to use? Who am I going to leave out? So start off, goalkeeper, Raya, centre-backs, Anderson and Van de Ven. Next up, we move into the full-back positions. And as you can see here, I've gone for Reece James as my Chelsea player at right back. And at left back, I've gone for Truffert, who, ironically, is Bournemouth's successor to Milos Kerkez, who became a Liverpool player. So that is my right back there, Reece James, left back Truffert. And as you can see, the teams are greying off here on the opposite side when I have already used some of their players. So do play along in the comments, as I said, and let me know what you're thinking. But for me, that's what I've got for the back five. So it is Raya in goal, then Reece James, Anderson, Van de Ven and Truffert. We move into midfield now. This is what I've gone for there. Adam Wharton from Crystal Palace. So that's my Palace player gone. He's the anchor man in midfield. Other side of it, I've gone for Granit Xhaka from Sunderland because, well, I think he was the best player at Sunderland that I could think of. So I've gone for Granit Xhaka and Wharton as my kind of double pivot there in midfield. And then on top of that, I've gone for Bruno of Manchester United because, I have to have a Manchester United representative in there. And I've gone for Bruno Fernandes. Now, I do understand that people will think I've lost the plot with some of these selections, but it is, as I said, quite difficult. When I was looking at the goalkeeper situation, every fibre of me wanted to go with Alisson Becker because Alisson Becker is the greatest keeper in the world, in my opinion. But I had to try to think strategically. So I ended up with Mr. David Raya. Fullbacks, again, looking at the Chelsea player, Reece James. He's a very good player when he's fit. He isn't fit as much as he would like to be. So that was one that I had to give a bit of thought to. So Reece James and then Truffert on the other side. It's early days of Bournemouth, but I think he's been really good so far. And then Fulham, Anderson, I think, is the one that, if my memory's right, was the one that wound Darwin up to get him sent off. But he is a decent centre-back, and alongside him, Van de Ven is the one, I think, for Liverpool that got away. My selection choices in midfield and my reasoning is Adam Wharton is a very good footballer. And again, at Crystal Palace, I could have gone for Mark Gay. I could have gone for a few other players, but I think Adam Wharton fits into the way I'm looking at this team to play. And alongside him, Granit Xhaka, who has that experience and has started off at Sunderland really, really well back in the Premier League. And I think as I'm recording this, they have 7 points so far. And his leadership is on display. Arsenal fans, have you been watching him? Did you see him there go with Leverkusen as well and win the league? And then Bruno Fernandes, probably the most contentious one of the lot. For me, there's no denying in his right position as a 10, Bruno Fernandes is an excellent footballer. He's a play actor, he's a wind-up merchant, and if he's not on your team, you want to scream abuse at him and you hate him, and I do most of the time when he's playing against us or for United, but there's no denying he's a really good player. So I have him in the number 10 position. Just 3 places left to go. Let's start off with the wide positions and let's see what clubs we have left actually. Liverpool, Manchester City and Everton are what we have left. So, any ideas who we're going for here? I'm sure you have your thoughts on it. Wide positions, I've gone for a Grealish. And I wondered, was this me cheating? Because he is only on loan at Everton for Manchester City. But still thought I'd get away with it. So I've gone for Jack Grealish on the left-hand side because he's had a very good start to life there with David Moyes at the Hill Dickinson Stadium with Everton. And of course, I couldn't not put the great man on the right, Mohamed Salah, the man who has absolutely just blitzed the record book since he's been at Liverpool. It was tough, like I said, could have gone Alisson, could have gone Virgil, could have gone Gravenberch, but I feel I had to show the man the respect he deserves, and Mohamed Salah, the right choice, I think, on the right-hand side. Now, we've got one team left and one player left. I don't think it's going to take a rocket scientist for you to figure out who maybe I've gone for here as my centre forward. You ready? Yeah, of course it's him. It's Erling Braut Haaland, and I had to be. As soon as I started thinking about that Manchester City team, I was wondering about Rodri. I was wondering about other brilliant players like Foden. Could I get him in somewhere? But no, ultimately I had to go with Haaland because I tried to pick what I think is one of, if not the best player at each club. Tried to format a team with them, and let's run through them now and we'll see what you think of the final outcome. My goalkeeper, David Raya of Arsenal. Right back, Reece James. Left back, Adrian Truffert of Bournemouth. Centre back pairing of Anderson and Van de Ven, so Fulham and Spurs. A midfield anchored by Wharton and Xhaka, and Bruno Fernandes as the number 10, tucked in behind Mohamed Salah, Erling Haaland and Jack Grealish. Now, what I want to know, just for fun in the comments, is if this was a real team put out there into the Premier League, would it survive relegation? And if it would survive relegation, where would it finish in the league? For me, I think this team, looking through it, Haaland, Grealish, Salah, front line, that's pretty good. Midfield, good base to it with Xhaka and Wharton. Bruno ahead for a bit of creativity. Got Reece James, the fullback, and Truffert. Maybe losing a little bit at centre-back. And then you've got a very good goalkeeper as well there in David Raya. So I think that team would do all right, you know. I'm going to say, much like me playing FPL, that team would finish somewhere between bottom top half to middle lower half. That's kind of where I think this team is at. So I'm going to say we finish 11th in the Premier League with this team. It's over to you guys now. Appreciate you taking the time to watch it. I hope the international break is going by as quickly for you as you'd hope for. The Reds will be back in action soon with a massive game against Manchester United. Connor will be taking you through that game as I'll be over at Anfield for it, so he'll be doing the watch along of it. But I do appreciate you guys showing your support, and I look forward to reading your comments. Again, a reminder, if you want to come and see us, last ever stage show, you can get your tickets with the QR code on the screen there now. And we hope to see you on the night at the Hot Water Comedy Club, our home in Liverpool. We'll talk soon. Much love. Bye-bye.